Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a spectacular last week. So we're doing this from the 14th of November to the 20th, so from the Monday to the Sunday. How I work is I call in my guides, call in those in spirit who love me, ask them to come close to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques, exercises, as well as anything else that they feel might be cool for you to hear about. Okay, so if you just give me a sec, I'll just seal up, tune in, call everyone in, and we'll get straight into it. Okay, so this is another simple one, and anyone that watches the videos regularly will know that I love simple. I'm a simple man, I do, and I love simple things. And it's really that thing about, quite a lot of people have heard that saying where would you say that to your best friend? And if you wouldn't say that to your best friend, what do you say to yourself? Now, another way or something we can add on to this is that if you find that you have said something to yourself which isn't that fabulous, isn't that nice, actually just take note of it just for a second. And just taking note of it and just taking a breath and then sort of saying, okay, instead of condemning the fact that you said that as well, which will kind of, just negatively reinforce this into you, why not just take a second, take a breath, and congratulate yourself for being aware of it. And then the next thing you can do is you can say, okay, well, what's the total opposite of this? What's the other side of this? So, could be that I'm never good enough. Just a blanket statement, I'm never good enough, not in any context. When you sort of stop and you can go, well, actually, where I'm going is I'm feeling better and better about myself. It's not about, I'm absolutely spectacular and awesome. Because this is the thing, it's a bit with affirmations, is that, if you try to do something which is really sort of unbelievable, you're just giving yourself lip service and you're not really going to believe it. So what you want to do is you want to put something that's the opposite or on the way to the opposite, but something in which you can, it's palatable for your subconscious, for your emotional state, for your conscious state as well. So, it's that thing where it can be believable. Because if you just try to, and this is why a lot of the time affirmations don't work for people, is that they'll say, I'm a billionaire, I've got an incredible relationship, I've got the best job ever, and, it's actually the opposite that's actually going on. You can keep saying this to yourself, but you basically, you just butting your head against the wall. And then you're going to get upset because these things aren't happening, you're putting effort into it. So it's about bringing them down to a level in which you can really relate to. But then it's that thing, and one thing I call it the trinity of affirmations. This is about feeling it as best you can, and if you don't know what that feels like, borrow a feeling from somewhere else. Get the feeling about the times when you're with your friends, you're laughing, that you're out in nature, you're having a good time, that you're at a gig and you're listening to some great music, or at a doof or something, or, something in which you're really enjoying yourself. And then just take that emotion and slap it right in there, and just use that because it's a reference. And because it's a true reference from you, it's actually going to work. So bring that energy in, that emotion, then just visualize as best you can. What would this look like if it happened, and then the other side of this is to actually, allow yourself to say this and believe it as much as you possibly can. Okay, I'm on my way to doing this. This is actually good. I'm stepping through this. So, the thought, the emotion, and then actually saying the thing. Okay, so we'll get on with the weekly reading. So, okay, so, all right. They were talking about, about space again and about meditation. And, they're saying that there's this real myth that, with people that, they're like, well, I can't meditate, I can't do this, or I can't do this because, I keep thinking. And they're saying, well, this is pretty biological. This is going to continue to happen until we reach Buddhahood, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, that sort of thing. So it's not so much that, about you having that mind chatter going on, but they're saying this is about actually allowing yourself to be okay with it, to, what are you going to do with it, and to, actually use this as something which can really help you. And this is where the affirmations come in. Okay, so Tuesday. So Tuesday, okay, so they're saying this is about, letting go. And the reason why they're talking about this is because I feel that there may be a few things pop up on Tuesday which may sort of test you a little bit. And so, sometimes they're saying the reason why, things happen and things happen out of the blue is because it's not so much about the actual incident or the actual situation, but it's about what you do with it. So it's that thing about, try to be as objectively compassionate about this as you possibly can. So, be there, feel it, see it, all this sort of thing, but actually allow yourself to be removed to a point where you can actually see things a little bit more openly and to try to keep your groove as much as possible in that. So this is getting on to Wednesday. So there's a real constriction on Wednesday. I feel like it's almost like they're saying it's almost a little bit self-imposed, actually, they're telling me. So just about asking yourself, are you actually, possibly self-sabotaging yourself? Are you putting yourself into situations in which you do feel a bit restricted? You do feel a little bit confined? Are you really allowing yourself to breathe, to be free? Are you allowing yourself to, make choices that are going to uplift you? And that sort of thing. And this is going on to Thursday. This is interesting. Okay, so sometimes, and they're telling me I've spoken about this before, sometimes you just got shit to do, okay? Like, you've got housework to do, you've got to go to work, you've got to do things which aren't that good, but it's that thing about your intent and your energy behind this. And how are you going to do this? You're going to do this begrudgingly, and then it's going to completely put a dampener on the rest of your day, possibly the rest of your week or so forth. Or are you going to do this and go, actually I can use this as a bit of an empowerment exercise, and I can do this to the best of my ability. Yes, I wouldn't choose to do this 100%, but what I can do is I can choose to allow myself to be involved with this, to get the most out of it that I can, to do the best job possible. And they're saying there'll be quite a lot of learning through this, and this will actually help the next time it comes around. So I can't remember, I've got no idea. I think it might be Friday. I heard Friday. Hopefully we're up to Friday now. We'll just go with it. If I've missed a day, I apologise. We're going to do Friday. Okay, so what's on Friday? On Friday, so it's funny. So Friday is actually a bit about nurturing, and it's a bit about nutrition as well. And they're saying this actually runs side by side. Are you giving yourself the nutrition that you really deserve, that you really need, that's going to uplift you and help you feel really good? Are you giving yourself the nurturing also? So one side's the physical, the eating, the other side's more the emotional, the spiritual, the mental, that sort of thing. And they're all really important. So how are you nurturing yourself? How are you giving yourself the nutrients that you deserve throughout today? and throughout the whole week, not just on that day. Okay, so yeah, and it's funny that, like, I don't really talk about nutrition a lot, but they're saying, hey, it might even pay with some people just for a bit of fun, shits and giggles, just write down a bit of a nutrition diary for a week. You know, just see what's going on. Then you can really look at it and go, oh, you know, I did eat some chocolate, I did eat some ice cream, I did have pizza, but that's okay, you know, because I did have a lot of grapefruit and veggies and lots of really yummy food and things like this. And you know, it is about allowing yourself to have a few treats every now and then if you want that. Okay, so getting on to Saturday. So Saturday is about togetherness, I can feel. So this is about, you know, they're saying possibly ringing up an old friend, somebody you haven't caught up with for a little while. They're just talking about me, actually. I've been hibernating a little bit. I tend to do that when I just need to, you know, process and to take some time for myself. Tend to hibernate. They're saying this is quite common with quite a few people out there, especially sensitive people. You need to hibernate at times. Man, it's that thing, you can just get caught up in this a little bit as well. So reach out to a friend, even a quick chat, not a text. Okay, they're saying actual communication, talk them on the phone, go and see them in person, even better if you can. Sometimes you can't. And so, yeah, so this is about togetherness. So Sunday. So Sunday, okay, so they're talking about letting it go, talking about getting outside, they're talking about, all right, so how are you going to give yourself something on Sunday that's going to be uplifting? How are you going to give yourself something in which is going to, you're going to be doing it just because, you know, just because you feel good. And, you know, if you're working on Sunday, you know, it's the same thing. You can still do this. What can you do just because, you know, even through your work or after work or before work or that sort of thing. So, you know, so it's about giving yourself just one really cool thing, whatever that may be. They're laughing, they're saying could even be pizza. So it's when you do this, be mindful of it, you know, and just sort of stop before you do this, whatever it is, you know, and just say, yeah, I really want to do this because I feel uplifted. I really want to do this because it really enriches me. I really want to do this because, you know, it really lifts me up, it feels good, I enjoy it. And then, you know, afterwards, just be a little mindful during it, and then afterwards go, hell yeah, I deserve that. I'm winning. I'm doing really well. I feel really good. You know, I want to congratulate myself on that. So, okay, so that's it for the weekly reading. I want to thank you all for joining me, for commenting, subscribing, all that sort of stuff. If you want a private session with me, just give me a call. Everything's under davidmjohn.com, or all my pages, websites, all that sort of stuff on there. So yeah, have a fantastic week, lots of love, and I'll see you next week. Okay, beautiful. Bye bye.